So in case y'all haven't heard, Keisha sister girl Lance Bottoms done messed around and caught the woo woo. She done caught the vid. And honestly, I can't say that I feel too bad for her because of the remarks that she has made in the vitriol and the tone that she has used towards black people on a couple of occasions. The first one I had to address in a Torian Rage video, which I rarely like to do because that takes a lot of energy to get me to that point. When she was basically saying all about the looters and everything like that, we knew she was talking to us when she said what she said. And then the most recent one where, you know, she was talking about what happened in Atlanta with that little girl. Now, let me tell you right now, with that child, I do feel bad. And I send my condolences to the family of that child. This is not me getting on here and saying that, you know, it's not messed up what happened. It is. At the end of the day, anytime someone loses their life, especially a child, because they haven't gotten a chance to really live life, I feel bad, especially to go out in that way. But for Keisha Lance, Sistagurl, to come out and make these inflammatory comments and make it seem like it's quote unquote black on black crime that did it, especially since they don't have a suspect, what does that sound like, in custody as of right now, that's very, very jumping the gun. Now, what it comes out that this isn't a black person that did this. I said on Twitter, she's going to have so much egg on her face, she's going to have enough to make at least 5 omelets. Now, the crazy thing is, yes, we now know that she has contracted the virus and she was asymptomatic. Now what's going to end up happening is that little girl's family, because they did a press conference, she was there, her family's most likely going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks. As a matter of fact, everybody in that vicinity that was near her is going to have to quarantine for 2 weeks. So that actually is going to limit the justice that her family is going to try to seek for her unless it's from their home. They really can't go out into the street and actually do it probably the way that they want to. This is her karma in more ways than one. A lot of people kiss her ass and everything like that. I said, y'all don't know the other side to this woman and the stuff that she has said. And then when she said the black on black crime, she jumped the gun with that. And then she says, imagine how people will think about us. Exactly what people are you talking about, Sistagurl Bottoms? What people are you talking about? I mean, I'm being facetious here. I know what people she's talking about, but I'm just asking it for the sake of asking. One thing that pisses me off the most when it comes to black people is they live truly for white approval. See, all this quote unquote black on black crime, what are people going to think about us? Who cares what people think about us? People have been thinking about us since day one, and they still thinking about us. And at this point, we don't care. And at this point in time, also, we don't have time to be thinking about them. We got bigger fish to fry. We got other things we got going on than to be worried about what everybody else thinks about us. It's high time that we stop worrying about what other people think about us and we worry about what we think of us. And when I say what we think of us, I'm talking about what we think of each other just as us as a people, not thinking of us while in the back of our mind thinking about, okay, what are they thinking about us too? Like, I don't get that. That's why I said mental enslavement was one of the worst things. It's worse than physical. It irks me to my soul when I hear people, well, that's why white people, that's why they treat us the way they do now. They would treat us the way that they've always been treating us, regardless whether we were good, the biggest saints on the planet, or the worst savages on the planet. Remember Black Wall Street? Did for self, pulled ourselves up by our bootstraps, and what happened? The town got bombed and burned. People got killed, lives destroyed, equity stolen. So it doesn't matter if you are this picture of perfection or this, you know, this holier than thou person. They're going to see you the way they want to see you. And that's just the nature of their being. And it's high time that many of us get that through our heads. I don't know what the hell is going to take, but people need to just wake the hell up and realize what is going on and stop trying to get approval. And that's exactly what she did when she made that statement. So I actually covered a little bit of everything with this video, besides the fact that she, yes, did contract the virus. Or at least she knows now that she has it, because she said she's asymptomatic and didn't feel any symptoms until she got tested and found out she was positive. She made that comment talking about black on black crime. It was going to come out of her eventually. And all those comments she made toward black people, while she didn't blatantly say black people at the time, she definitely made it be known with this most recent situation with this little girl. Again, I said, I do offer my condolences to the family of that child. But for Keisha to come out of her mouth and jump the gun and say that without them having a suspect in custody, that was dead wrong. And now I'm hearing that they want to declare a state of emergency for Atlanta or Georgia as a whole. And I think I know where that comes from. I don't think she made the call, but I think I know where that state of emergency thing came. I think that came from NFAC. Because, you know, if y'all don't know who that is, that's the Not Fucking Around Coalition. Depending on when this video gets uploaded, it might get talked about in my live stream before this video gets uploaded, or is getting talked about now, but I'm gonna still talk about it in the live stream. And I saw the videos of how them brothers was moving and them sisters too. Let's just put it this way. They are now not only shaking the table, but they are shaking the core of the earth. Straight, no chaser. And now they want to declare a state of emergency. It's amazing they want to declare a state of emergency when black people finally take up arms and are actually practicing their Second Amendment rights. But as for Keisha Sistagurl, I don't feel bad for her. I really don't. I will say this, I'm not that crass. I do hope she makes a good recovery. I will say that. I'm not going to sit here and wish the absolute worst on her. But at the end of the day, karma, that's just how karma works. And it is what it is. And this is just her turn.